I'm trying every donut shop in LA, and today we're going to a local Long Beach favorite that has a surprising amount of vegan options. This is Sweet Retreat.
Starting with our classic raised and glazed. This texture is stunning. Texturally, this is a gold standard raised donut. Artificial buttermilk flavor is a little bit overpowering though. Still an 8. Sweet Retreat did not have our second control donut, which is a chocolate cake chocolate frosting, but they did have a vanilla cake with chocolate frosting and sprinkles. Another texturally perfect donut. The cake has a nice delicate crumb. It's crisp and golden on the outside. The icing is good. It's a little bit too sweet. It's definitely a milk chocolate. 9. Next we have their cinnamon sugar cake, and this one is vegan. I'm like, wait, why is the vegan one better than the non-vegan one? Cake is moist, delicate, golden, crisp exterior, just like the other one. Perfect amount of cinnamon sugar sweetness. This is a 10. Next up, we have their blueberry cake, which has other berries on it. This is the best blueberry donut I've ever had. Yeah, it's got freeze-dried blueberries on the inside, but their fresh berries on the outside are a really nice touch. It's buttery and moist. This vanilla icing is not too sweet. Little dusting of freeze-dried strawberry powder. There's a lemon in this icing. 10. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I just got this one because it's cute and I've never seen circus animals on a donut before. Okay, I'm thinking that the artificial buttermilk flavor that I was tasting in the first one comes from the glaze, because this doesn't have that. This is just a perfect golden raised donut, no glaze, and then a super fudgy icing. This is honestly a 10. Last up, we have their blueberry filled. I've never seen a blueberry filled donut before, I'm curious. It's like a really good blueberry pie filling. The donut's fresh, melts in your mouth, still that tiny bit of fake buttermilk flavor, but this is still a 9. Overall, I'm rating Sweet Retreat donuts a 9.1 out of 10.
I'm trying every donut shop in LA, and today we're going to an entirely vegan, family-owned and operated shop in Long Beach. This is Devi's Donuts and Sweets.
Devi's did not have our first control donut, which is a classic raised and glazed, but this is a classic glazed with coconut. Even better. Closer look at that texture. It's a little bit dense for my preference, but still so soft and light. The glaze is delicious, the toasted coconut's delicious. 7. Next, the closest to our second control donut is their double chocolate. It's a chocolate frosting with a chocolate raised donut, not cake. Have a really nice golden exterior, but this texture is giving dinner roll. The donut is dry and bready, but this icing tastes like very expensive chocolate. 3. Next we have their s'mores. They have a full espresso bar. This is their brown sugar latte. It's perfect. Espresso is bold, not too sweet. This gets a 10. Again, the donut is bready, but these toppings make up for it. We've got a creamy vanilla glaze, a graham cracker crumb, drizzled dark chocolate on marshmallow. This gets an 8. Next up, we have their peanut butter and jelly. This is the best donut base so far. It's golden on the outside, soft, fluffy, not bready on the inside. Homemade berry jam. Has to be. It tastes like it. Only wish the icing had more peanut butter flavor. Still an 8. Next up, we have their triple berry. The pink icing tastes like real strawberries. This one is filled with more of that delicious homemade jam. Donut base is fluffy, fresh, and golden. It's a little bit oily, but I kind of like that over a dry donut. 8. Just realized that this is our first entirely vegan shop and our first Black-owned shop. Both very cool. Last up, we have their espresso filled. This donut is fried to perfection. I love the pecan crumb on top, and this cream kind of tastes like a fresh whipped cream. It's a subtle coffee flavor, almost like Dalgona coffee. Very unique, very good. 9. I would not know that any of these were vegan unless you told me. Overall, I'm rating Devi's Donuts and Sweets an 8 out of 10.
I'm trying every donut shop in LA, and today we're going to a popular little Tokyo cafe that is best known for their donuts. This is Cafe Dulce.
Probably guessed that Cafe Dulce does not have any basic donuts, but they did have this classic glazed with maple and macadamia. I love the authentic maple glaze and the crunch from the macadamias. The donut is nice and fluffy, but it is quite dry. 6. Cafe Dulce did not have any cake donuts, but they did have this coconut vegan one. I love the golden exterior, but like the last one, it is quite bready and dry. This also needs about 3 times as much glaze. Still good, I wouldn't know that this is vegan. 6.
Next, we have one of their most popular donuts. This is their green tea.
This donut is so light, it melts in your mouth. I love the flavor of matcha, and I always feel like things don't have enough matcha flavor. This does. The flavor's rich, but it doesn't overpower the black sesame element and this vanilla custard on the inside. 10. This is their strawberry jam donut. I just realized that it's filled with strawberries. So this donut is cut in half and filled with strawberry jam and fresh strawberries. The donut base is definitely not amazing, but with these additions, this is a 9.
Next, we have their mango milk cream.
This mango cream tastes like the most perfectly ripe mango. Fortunately, this donut base is dry and dense. It's not bad, it just tastes like bread. 6.
Last, we have the beautiful strawberries and cream.
This donut base is fluffier than the others. Love the fresh whipped cream, but what really makes this is the vanilla glaze. Of course, that big, perfectly ripe, juicy strawberry on top. 10. None of these were bad, but I would go out of my way to get the green tea and the strawberry and cream again. Overall, I'm rating Cafe Dulce an 8.1 out of 10. Interesting, considering LA is the undisputed donut capital of the entire world. We have over 1,500 donut shops in Los Angeles County alone. You might be thinking, I didn't know that. That's okay, not everybody does. So how did this happen? If you'll indulge me, a history lesson. Post World War II, a lot of mom and pop donut shops opened in Los Angeles. Many of them were so good that they're still around today. But what really made LA a big donut town is the influx of Cambodian refugees in the 1970s. So this guy Ted Noy escaped the Khmer Rouge in 1975, moved to LA with nothing. He opened a donut shop that did so well that within 5 years he had 20 shops. Even more impressive, he sponsored over 100 families from Cambodia to come to LA and helped them open their own donut shops. There's a great documentary about his life called The Donut King if you're interested. LA is such a big donut town that Dunkin' Donuts tried to open here in the 90s and failed because the mom and pop scene was too big. They're open now, but with limited success. Nowadays, the LA donut scene is more diverse than ever. In my series alone, we've been to Japanese, Korean, Cambodian, Vietnamese, Mexican, Armenian, and Black-owned shops. We have donuts of all styles and flavors, and the bar for quality here is high. So before you conflate all of Los Angeles to a kale juice drinking West Hollywood stereotype who probably moved here from Ohio, maybe actually visit the city and try the donuts. You'll probably really like them.
I'm trying every donut shop in LA, and today we're going just south of LA to try a shop that fries their donuts to order. This is Oliboli.
I usually don't mention price, but 6 donuts was $50. The honey cinnamon latte was a 10. Starting with our classic raised and glazed. This glaze is super unique. It's very salty. Sounds weird, but it works to balance the sweet. A little bit of an oily aftertaste, but still an 8. Oliboli does not do cake donuts, but this is their chocolate glazed. Why does this have the texture of focaccia? It's a good bread, it's just not a great donut. This is probably Valrhona chocolate. It tastes expensive, but it's too bitter. 4.
Next up, we have their banoffee.
I thought this was filled. It's not. They just kind of put the toppings in the hole. The banana pudding topping is delicious. We had a slice of perfectly ripe banana. The donut though is just fine. It's a nice fresh bread. 7.
Next up, we have Muddy Buddy.
Peanut butter center, okay. This peanut butter center tastes like the inside of a really good peanut butter cup, like the ones from Trader Joe's. I don't love this really bitter dark chocolate frosting. Again, donut is a bread. 6. Next up, we have butter pecan. I really like this icing. Great sweet salt balance, little crunch from the pecans. 7.
Last up, we have the Pêche Fresh.
The peaches are good. Whipped cream is weird, it's like curdled. I think if I would have eaten this right away, it would be a lot better, but I was anxious to get out of there. 4. Not the worst brioche donuts we've had in this series, but definitely not the best. Bready donuts that expire in less than an hour are just not my thing. Overall, I'm rating Oliboli a 6.5 out of 10.
I'm trying every donut shop in LA, and today we're going to a shop opened by Ralph and Celia Primo in 1956. Ralph passed away last year, but the shop is still owned by the family today.
You have to get to Primos early. I'm a late riser and they were sold out of quite a few things. Starting off with a raised and glazed filled with raspberry jam. This is a perfect donut. It's fresh, it's fluffy, it has the perfect amount of glaze. The dough is a touch too dense, but this is still a 9. Next up, we have a chocolate cake with chocolate frosting. Frosting is amazing. It's super fudgy. The texture is very unique. It is cake-like, but I believe this is a raised donut. I've never had a donut quite like this, but I really like it. 8. Next up, we have their most popular donut, which is their buttermilk. I have a glazed and also a cinnamon sugar. This texture is insane. Cinnamon sugar. One of the best buttermilk donuts I've ever had. I like the glazed slightly more than the cinnamon sugar, but they're almost tied. The texture is soft and fluffy. There's tons of buttermilk flavor. The exterior is crisp and golden. This is all they had left of the buttermilk donuts, but next time I will definitely get there earlier to get the big ones. 10 out of 10. Next up, we have a tiger tail. I love the icing and there's the perfect amount of it, but this isn't my favorite tiger tail. The dough is quite dense and I'm not really getting any cinnamon or chocolate element. I can see it, but I can't taste it. 5. Next, we have another popular flavor from Primos. This is their butterfly roll. I love the flavor of this, but it's very dry. The cinnamon swirls are almost non-existent. I wish there was so much more of this cinnamon filling because it's really tasty. It's not bad, it's like a 4. Last up, we have a lemon cream donut. I feel like this is filled with custard. Oh, maybe just curd. This donut is insanely good. I got this one because I've never seen this combo before and it really works. Vanilla icing is crisp and creamy and in contrast to the tangy lemon goo. 9. Overall, I'm rating Primos an 8.3 out of 10. Best buttermilk we've had in the series though.
I'm trying every donut shop in LA, and today we're going to a shop that comes to us from Hawaii. Their donuts are taro based, fried to order in coconut oil, and every single ingredient is made in-house from scratch.
I didn't know that all of Holey Grail's donuts are vegan, except for they have like one with honey. Holey Grail does not do yeasted or raised donuts, but this is their original sin. This is one of the best donut glazes I've ever had. I use Hawaiian vanilla bean, a ton of sea salt, so it's a really nice sweet salt balance. Inside has the texture of a cake donut, but it has this very golden fried exterior. This is a 10. Next, we have their dandelion chocolate. This is made with single origin chocolate. I'm drinking their draft latte, which is made with homemade cashew milk. Delicious. The texture of these is amazing. They have a slight chew to them, but not so much that you feel like you're eating a bread. This chocolate icing is everything. It's a rich, fudgy, semi-sweet chocolate that is the perfect balance to this dough. 10. This one is called the Tourist. It is so cute. It has Hawaiian rum. The icing has real pineapple, coconut. Let's look at the texture. I can't get over this texture. I think the closest thing that we've had to it in this series are the Armenian poncheks. The Tourist is a 10. Next up, we have Food of the Gods. This one has vanilla sugar and cacao nib. This one is the least sweet so far. I do like the cacao sugar that it's dusted in, but I just wish there was a lot more of it. Still good. I give this a 7. Whoop. This is the Hot Peach. This is the only one that's not vegan because it has a local honey and bee pollen. Another fantastic donut base. I don't love the almond crumble though. It's not bad, just lacking flavor, and I wish the peach element was a little more prominent. 6. Last up, we have the Little Fatty. This is a collaboration with Chef David Koh of Little Fatty in Mar Vista, which is a great restaurant if you haven't been. The icing is roasted banana and ube. It goes so well with the taro donut. This is the best one, and I fear that it's limited edition. This is a 10. Overall, I'm rating Holey Grail a 9.1 out of 10.
I'm trying every donut shop in LA, and today we're going to a shop that is 100% vegan. This is Donut Friend.
Starting with our classic raised and glazed. It's light, fluffy, golden. The glaze has the perfect amount of sweetness and thickness. This is on par with every other 10 out of 10 raised and glazed in this series. 10.
Donut Friend does not do many cake donuts, but they did have this vanilla cake with chocolate frosting.
The cake is moist with a crisp golden fried exterior, and this icing tastes like hot fudge. This is a 10 out of 10. This is the X-Ray Speculoos. All of the donuts have band or music themed names because the owner of Donut Friend was a music producer before he was a donut shop owner.
This donut is filled with whipped speculoos.
This icing tastes like a chocolate ganache with plenty of sea salt. The speculoos is nutty and rich, but not overpowering. I'm not even the biggest speculoos person, and this is another 10 out of 10. Next up, we have their apple fritter, aka Fritter Seems Forever. This is so fresh and gooey that it's literally falling apart. It has a nice crisp exterior. For me, the icing is too thick, and I wish there were more apples. It's still really good though, 7.
Next up, we have the Youth Brulee.
What? This reminds me a lot of the viral Saint Honore creme brulee donut, but this one is a lot better. The brulee top is crunchy but not too thick. Filling is smooth and creamy. This is a 10.
Last up, we have the Polar Berry Club.
When I officially moved to LA in 2013, my friend picked me up from the airport to take me to my new apartment, but we went to Donut Friend first, which had just opened. It's another fantastic, fresh, fluffy, golden raised donut. I don't love this icing. It tastes like Minute Maid lemonade to me. 7. These are not just some of the best vegan donuts in Los Angeles. These are some of the best donuts in Los Angeles in general. Overall, I'm rating Donut Friend a 9.5 out of 10.
I'm trying every donut shop in LA, and today we're going to a popular Korean chain that you've probably heard of but maybe didn't know was founded in LA. This is Mochi Nut.
I was hesitant to review Mochi Nut because I feel like mochi donuts are in their own category of dessert, but they are significant in the LA donut scene, so this is their original glaze. This donut is super fresh. It's golden, fried to perfection. They have such a soft chew to them that I think if you're not usually a mochi fan, you might still like these. The woman working said I had to eat these with tteokbokki. If you're unfamiliar, these are spicy rice cakes.
She said to dip it in the sauce.
Wait, why is that actually amazing? Never thought I'd be eating my donuts with spicy tteokbokki and fish cakes, but here we are. This donut and this combo are a 10.
Next up, we have their Injolmi.
These are all the same excellent donut base, so I'm really just rating the toppings here. The Injolmi icing is lacking flavor. There's like a whisper of Injolmi. 6. Next up, we have their matcha Oreo.
Closer look at this texture.
Again, the icing seems a bit diluted in flavor. I wish there was more matcha, and I think crushed Oreos would be better than these crumbs. 6.
Next up, we have guava.
This one is fantastic. I'm gonna dip it. A layer of guava jam underneath the icing. Amazing flavor, not too sweet, pairs really well with the spicy tteokbokki. 10.
Next up, we have their blueberry.
There's artificial and authentic blueberry flavors going on in this icing. I love this. 10.
Last up, we have their strawberry.
It tastes like strawberry yogurt. In a good way, very authentic strawberry flavors coming through. This is another winner for me, 10. With any large chain, quality is going to vary from location to location. These are from the Koreatown, Los Angeles location. I've been to others that are not as good, but I'm rating this particular Mochi Nut an 8.2 out of 10.
I'm trying every donut shop in LA, and today we're going to a local Lakewood favorite that also sells alkaline water. This is Mr. K's.
We're gonna start with a classic raised and glazed.
This texture needs to be studied.
By the way, these 6 donuts, $10. This donut is a light, fluffy cloud, fried to perfection, perfect amount of glaze. I'm tasting a little bit of honey in the glaze. Perfect 10.
We have our second control donut. This is a chocolate cake with chocolate frosting.
If you were confused about what control donut means in this series, it's just 2 flavors that I'm trying at every shop. The icing tastes like hot fudge and the cake is moist and soft. It does have a crispy exterior, but I think it should have been fried just a little bit longer. Still an 8. Next up, we have this gorgeous tiger tail. I love that it's braided. Whoa. So you guys might know my favorite tiger tail of all time is from the Donut Man original location in Glendora. This is a close second. Donut is fresh, fluffy, and golden. It has this nice, thick, crunchy glaze on it. Cinnamon swirl throughout is super flavorful, and this has crushed peanuts on it, which I've never seen before, but it really hit. 10. Next, we have this adorable vanilla frosted raised. The donut is another perfect melt in your mouth, fluffy golden cloud. Icing tastes like an American buttercream. It's not too thick, so it's actually not too sweet. This is another 10. Something unique about Mr. K's is they do custom decorations. You can have these decorated however you want if you pre-order them. The lovely lady working told me that this is her favorite donut. It's an unfrosted raised donut with just a dusting of sugar. This to me is a perfect breakfast donut. This and a cup of black coffee, you're gonna have a great day. It's another perfect raised donut. It's not sweet at all, so that dusting of sugar is just the perfect little hint of sweetness. 10. Next up, we have a mandarin orange. Donut tastes like angel food cake. The icing tastes like marmalade. I have the same complaint as the chocolate donut. It just needs to be fried a little bit more for that nice crisp exterior. It's a little bit too soft. Still an 8. Overall, I'm rating Mr. K's Donuts a 9.4 out of 10.
I'm trying every donut shop in LA, and today we're going to a local San Pedro favorite that insists on giving each customer a free sample. This is the donut.
We're gonna start with our classic raised and glazed. This is incredible and super unique. The woman working insisted that I have a free sample of the mini version of this. Bit into it and I was like, is there a little bit of lemon in the glaze? And she was like, yeah. It's very subtle. It's not like a lemon donut, but it is so good. This donut is a fresh, fluffy pillow that quite literally melts in your mouth. Easily a 10.
The second control donut is a chocolate cake with chocolate frosting.
Cake is soft and moist with a lightly crisp exterior. Crumb is a bit heavy and dense though, and while I like the flavor of the fudgy icing, it is too thick. Still a 7. Next we have a classic maple bar.
Donut base is incredible, but I don't like this icing.
It's a fantastic raised donut, but the icing is gritty and tastes like nothing aside from confectioner sugar and maybe like a hint of artificial maple extract. 6.
Next up we have an old-fashioned.
This has that same delicious glaze as the first donut, and I love the buttermilk flavor. The cake is very dense, and this was actually fried too long, making it quite hard. 5. Next, we have perhaps the biggest apple fritter I've seen in my entire life.
Look at that!
The water content from the fresh apples is making the center of this super gooey. Love the glaze, it's fried to perfection. There is a bit of a bitter cinnamon flavor though throughout. For me, this is a 7.
Last up, we have a blueberry cake.
I'm confused why the other cake donuts had textural issues because this one is perfect. It has a fine, delicate crumb. The exterior is nice and crisp. Dried blueberries for sure, but the flavor is very nostalgic and timeless. 10. Overall, I'm rating the donut an 8 out of 10.
I'm trying every donut shop in LA, and today we're going to a shop that comes to us from Portland, Oregon. They currently have 22 locations across the US, including this one at Universal Studios in Los Angeles. This is Voodoo Donuts.
I've been to the original Voodoo Donuts location in Portland, Oregon. I thought it was just fine. Let's start with a classic raised and glazed.
Flavor's not bad, but this is very dry and very dense.
This tastes like a quality brioche, and I love the crisp golden exterior. This is very thin and inconsistent. 3 out of 10.
Next up is their Diablos Rex, basically our second control donut. It's a chocolate cake with chocolate frosting.
Cake base is dry and spongy, yet somehow still too soft at the same time. The real issue here though is the icing. Cute pentagram decoration, but it has a very chemical flavor. 2. Next up we have the Hollywood cream. This is exclusive to the LA location. Just pick this donut up and the icing is running.
This has a maple glaze and is filled with a Bavarian cream.
The maple icing is delicious. It tastes like pancake syrup, but it's creamy and not too sweet. The Bavarian cream is a bit starchy, but it is nice and smooth. This donut though is another tough, chewy bread. Too thick, it's too dense, and this decorative icing is way too thin. You can see it sliding down the donut. 4. Next up we have the Memphis Mafia. This is a fritter with fried bananas, chocolate, and peanut butter. This is one of the worst fritters I've ever had. Super dense and chewy. It was definitely fried too long. Barely any bananas in this, just like a whisper of banana flavor. Prominent flavor is bitter yeast. The peanut butter drizzle and the chocolate chips are good, but this is a 2. In the 1 hour it took me to get home, this is what happened to Dracula. This is what he looked like before. Icing is very runny. Dracula is an exclusive for Halloween Horror Nights, and he is filled with chocolate Bavarian cream. Another super tough bready donut. The icing tastes like chemicals. The chocolate Bavarian cream tastes like chalk. This is horrible. Last up we have their signature voodoo doll. He is a raspberry jelly filled with chocolate icing. Oh, so stale. This raspberry jelly filling is actually amazing. It tastes like an elevated version of the classic donut shop jelly filling. Fortunately, everything else is terrible. It is no mystery why Voodoo Donuts chose Universal Studios for their LA location. The majority of customers are going to be tourists. Overall, I'm rating Voodoo Donuts Los Angeles a 2.5 out of 10.
I'm trying every donut shop in LA, and today I received a delivery by the donut princess of LA herself, Maylee Tao. She has worked in donuts since birth. Her uncle is Ted Noy, and she currently offers custom donut bouquets for delivery.
You can get Donut Princess just regular in a box, or you can get a donut bouquet. Get the bouquet, this is so fun. I'm gonna start with our classic raised and glazed. Look at that shine. And did we expect any less from the Donut Princess of LA? Delicately crisp exterior, perfect amount of glaze. Melts in your mouth. Perfect 10 out of 10 raised and glazed. Next up we have a vanilla cake with chocolate frosting. This is everything I look for in a cake donut. Crispy fried exterior but moist cake on the inside. Rich, fudgy, semi-sweet icing. This cannot possibly be improved. 10. Next up we have this adorable honeybee. Icing eats like a white chocolate, and I expected it to taste like honey because it has a little bee on it, but to me it tastes like rose water, very subtly fruity and floral. One of the best donuts I've ever had. 10. Next we have a cute little mummy for spooky season. It's another perfect raised donut, but the glaze is quite thick and waxy, reminiscent of the Entenmann's chocolate glaze, which I actually quite like. On such a perfect fluffy donut, I would prefer the chocolate glaze from the second donut. It's still an 8 out of 10.
Editing Janie, this donut was my husband's favorite. He gave it a 10, so take my rating with a grain of salt.
This next donut I'm so excited for because Maylee and her mom were actually the first people to bring the cronut to LA. This is their strawberry cronut. Look at that. Of course, it's filled. Wow. This is the best cronut I've ever had. Croissant layers are so delicate. This would not be out of place in like a fancy French bakery, but it's crisp and fried to perfection, and there's somehow no oily aftertaste, which I usually get with cronuts. Just the right amount of icing. It's not too sweet. The strawberries are juicy and ripe. 1 million out of 10. Last up, we have taro pistachio. Maylee said this is her favorite flavor. I can see why. Taro icing has a similar consistency to the honeybee. It's smooth and fudgy, but eats like a white chocolate. It's a wonderful cereal milk and vanilla bean flavor throughout. Easily a 10. Overall, I'm rating Donut Princess a 10 out of 10. I received a few comments like this on my recent review of Donut Princess LA, and with the way that I worded the intro plus the high rating, I could see why people would think it was gifted or sponsored. It definitely was not. Here is my invoice from Donut Princess and my receipt. These are from Broadway Donuts, by the way. This is not a review, but 10 out of 10. For the record, I do not do sponsored posts. I have reviewed 32 donut shops in my series. I paid for all of the donuts myself, except for at one shop, which would not let me pay. It was Holey Grail. That was very sweet of them, but it did not affect my rating. I love their donuts. They fully deserve the 9.1 that I rated them. I have no skin in the game, guys. This is my hobby, my passion, not my job. I I do earn a bit of money from the TikTok creator program, but that amount is nominal compared to what I earn at my full-time job, which has nothing to do with food. Sidecar Donuts actually invited me this week to taste their new fall menu, and I declined because I don't like taking free stuff. I would rather spend my own money, support a small business, and then be able to say whatever I want about them.
I'm trying every donut shop in LA, and today we're going a little bit south of LA to Fullerton to try a shop that has spooky donuts all year round. This is Zombee Donuts.
Zombee Donuts did not have a regular raised and glazed, but they did have this Black Widow raised and glazed that has a chocolate cake donut hole in the middle. Donut is fresh. I love the vanilla flavor. Dough is a little bit overproofed though. This is more dense than I like my raised donuts. 7 out of 10.
Our second control donut is a chocolate cake with chocolate frosting. This one is covered in chocolate chips.
I wasn't sure how I would feel about all of these chocolate chips on the exterior, but this is a perfect chocolate cake donut. The exterior is delicately crisp, the cake is moist, the icing is fudgy. 10.
Next up we have their Zombie. He is filled with raspberry jam.
This donut is excellent. It's so much fluffier than the Black Widow. It's a perfect raised donut. I love the jelly. I just wish there was a lot more of it. Still a 9.
Next we have this little Franken cutie. He is filled with chocolate fudge.
Thought this one might be all looks and no substance, but this is incredible. Donut is a fresh, fluffy, melt in your mouth pillow. Filling is a rich, fudgy American buttercream. This is bright green, but you don't get any chemical flavor whatsoever. Strong 10.
Next we have a peanut butter and jelly.
Donut itself is perfect and I love the amount of jelly, but the peanut butter element is the icing and it's not very rich in flavor. It's like marzipan, which is nice. I just wish there was more peanut butter. 8.
Zombee Donuts did have vegan options. This is one of them. It's a vanilla cake with sprinkles.
Just like the non-vegan chocolate cake donut, this is perfect. Crispy on the outside, moist on the inside. No one would ever know that this is vegan. 10.
Last, we have one of the cutest donuts I've ever seen. This is their pumpkin spice.
I was not expecting this to have real pumpkin in it, and I was not expecting that pretzel piece on top to not be stale. Cinnamon, nutmeg. The texture of the cake is a little bit gummy. It doesn't have the delicate crumb that the other cake donuts do. It's still really good though. I give this an 8. A lot of you guys told me that Zombee Donuts is like Voodoo Donuts if they were actually good, and I would have to agree. Overall, I'm rating Zombee Donuts a 9.2 out of 10.
I'm trying every donut shop in LA, and today we're going to Deep Orange County to try a shop that specializes in custom donut designs. This is Station Donuts.
I follow the owner of Station Donuts here on TikTok. I don't think she follows me, but I love her content. Starting with our classic raised and glazed. All of these were $18, so I don't think she's using smoked Malden salt in here, but it tastes like it. This is a fresh, fluffy, golden raised donut, perfect amount of sweetness, and there is a little bit of salt to balance it. One of the best raised donuts I've ever had. 10.
Station Donuts only had a few cake donuts, but they did have this vanilla cake with chocolate frosting.
Icing is smooth and fudgy. The donut has an angel food cake vibe, but it is a bit dry and not as crispy as I like. 6.
Next we have this adorable ghost. I don't know if he's filled, so I'm not gonna rip him.
He's not filled. This is another perfect, fresh, fluffy raised donut. The vanilla icing actually tastes like vanilla. There's no glaze on the bottom, so this isn't too sweet. 10.
Next up, we have a beautiful apple fritter.
This is not an even break. Oh, wow. This is thinner and crispier than I'm used to my apple fritters being, so I thought it might be dry. It's not. It's filled with gooey, perfectly cooked apples, lots of cinnamon. I love the crisp exterior. 10.
Next up, we have this precious jack-o'-lantern. I don't know if he's filled or not. Let's find out.
It's exactly the same as the ghost donut, but this shape is incredibly pillowy. The flavor of these reminds me of Japanese milk bread, and the texture is so soft. 10.
Last, we have this adorable Franken cutie. I don't think he's filled, so I'm not gonna break him.
What if this one is filled? This is another perfect Halloween donut. The gummy eyeball was very high quality. It had a soft chew and it tasted like white peach. It's another 10 out of 10 easily. I think my only complaint here is the lack of variety in flavors and fillings. But these are incredible classic donuts. Overall, I'm rating Station Donuts a 9.1 out of 10. Today I'm reviewing the Halloween Week collection from Moonbridge Donut Studio in Long Beach. I reviewed Moonbridge back in July, but I feel like I went on the worst day. My donuts looked like this. Cute, but their donuts usually look like this. They do a different theme every week. First up, we have the red rum, which has a maple rum icing. This is a perfect raised donut. It's fresh, it's fluffy, it's filled with air. Icing tastes like real maple syrup, and I can definitely taste the rum in there. Easily a 10 out of 10. Next up, we have the Scream, which is a chocolate ganache. Okay, the ghost face is fondant, and fondant is disgusting, but this tastes like a marshmallow. How is that actually good? It's another perfectly executed, really high quality raised donut. Chocolate ganache tastes like chocolate pudding, but the kind that you would get at like a nice French restaurant. 10. Next up we have the Chucky. This has a mango icing. Oh. This texture needs to be studied. The dough is so soft that it actually melts in your mouth. I was expecting mango flavoring or mango juice in the icing. No, it's like real mango puree. So incredibly flavorful. This is one of the best donuts I've ever had. 1 million out of 10. Next we have a vanilla cake with vanilla frosting, Halloween edition. This donut looked promising. It has the crispy exterior and crunchy sprinkles that I love. There's an overwhelming stale oil taste. The oil has seeped into the cake, so it's moist, but it's oily. I remember this being way better last time, so maybe an off day, but 2. Next we have the Jason. He has a blue coconut icing. You see this texture right now? It's another perfect donut, but this icing tastes like coconut cream. It's cute and blue, but there are no artificial flavors. 10. Last we have the Trick or Treat, which is another chocolate ganache, but with assorted Halloween candy. This could not be more perfect. 10. No other donut shop in Los Angeles achieving this level of artistry and quality. I rated Moonbridge an 8.7 overall last time. I am updating that to a 9.5. Happy Halloween. Today we have donuts from my favorite donut shop in all of Los Angeles, the Donut Man in Glendora. It's worth the drive for these, trust me. We're gonna start with their very limited edition pumpkin donut. Do I want to eat the LA one or the spiderweb one? It is Halloween, so let's do the spiderweb. I've had this donut a million times. I don't know why I remember it being filled. It's not. But it has a lot of this rich, creamy pumpkin pie ganache on top and a little touch of cream cheese too. It's always a 10. Next we have a chocolate cake with chocolate frosting, Halloween edition. A little bit dry today and not as crispy on the exterior as I like. Next I opted for a glazed with maple icing. Doesn't get better than this. Perfect raised donut, fluffy and golden. The icing is creamy and tastes like log cabin maple syrup. 10. Last we have their iconic tiger tail. If you've never had a tiger tail, it's a raised donut that's twisted and filled with a chocolatey cinnamon swirl. Always a 10. Have fun tonight.
I'm trying every donut shop in LA, and today we're going to a shop with 3 locations that claims to have the best Vietnamese coffee in Long Beach. This is Knead Donuts Tea.
Let's start with our classic raised and glazed. Donut is incredibly soft. It's fresh. It has flecks of vanilla bean throughout. I love the thin, crisp glaze. The donut is a little bit overproofed. I have a little bit more air in it, but it's still a 9. We did not have our second control donut, which is a chocolate cake chocolate frosting, but they did have this seasonal chocolate cake, which has peppermint on top. Oh. It's actually a very respectable cake donut. It's moist, the exterior is crispy, but it has no chocolate flavor, and this vanilla icing tastes like canola oil. The whipped topping tastes like Cool Whip. 4. Actually a seasonal peppermint version of their zombie coffee. Oh, that's actually really good. The peppermint is very subtle. It doesn't taste artificial. 10 out of 10.
Next, we have their most popular donut. This is their blueberry cake.
We've got authentic and artificial blueberry flavors going on. The cake is moist, albeit a bit oily. The blueberries in the donut are freeze-dried, which I have no problem with, but these are very expensive. 6 donuts in the coffee was $40. I normally don't mention price, but these are the same quality as any mom and pop donut shop in Long Beach and 3 times as expensive. I give this a 7.
Next up, we have a vegan old-fashioned. Never had a vegan old-fashioned before.
Interestingly, this one has the best texture and glaze so far, but they've used some sort of artificial butter flavoring in the donut. It's very distracting. It tastes like movie theater popcorn. Without that flavoring, this would be a 10, but it's a 5.
Next up, we have a guava cream cheese cronut.
Layers are very heavy and dense. It's stale, it's oily. Icing is gelatinous and gummy. I don't taste any cream cheese in here. For a $7 cronut, the quality is shocking. 2.
Last, we have another raised and glazed, but he's a snowman.
This whipped topping is vile. Tastes like knockoff Cool Whip. Flavor is just straight up oil. I expected the base donut to at least be good because I liked the raised and glazed, but this is super dense and very dry. It's like a stale hot dog bun topped with Cool Whip. It was cute, but that did not taste good. 1. Place is popular, and I'm not sure how. 2 people ahead of me did just get coffee, though. Overall, I'm rating Knead Donuts and Tea a 6.3 out of 10.